If you've ever felt invisible because of your thinning hair, this conversation might just change how you see yourself. I understand that feeling. That quiet moment in front of the mirror, when your hand brushes through your hair and you realize it doesn't have the fullness it once did. The light catches your scalp, and for a second you wonder, when did I start disappearing? But you're not alone. Research shows that nearly 50% of women over 50 begin to notice significant hair thinning, and by the time we reach 60, that number climbs to over 80%. It's not just about hair, it's about how we feel about ourselves, because every strand that thins seems to take a bit of confidence with it. Have you ever felt that way? Like the world stopped noticing you, even though inside, you're still the vibrant, intelligent woman you've always been. The truth is, the problem isn't your hair. It's the way we were taught to see beauty. For decades, society told us that youth equals beauty, that thick, shiny hair defines femininity. And slowly, we began to fight against our own reflection, instead of working with it. But real beauty, after 60, doesn't disappear. It evolves. Thinning hair doesn't mean you're less beautiful. It's simply inviting you to learn a new way of expressing your grace. Softer, wiser, more authentic. In this video, we'll explore the glow method, 4 subtle shifts that can completely change how you style, care for, and feel about your thinning hair. These aren't quick tricks or complicated salon routines. They're grounded, intentional changes that help you. Make your hair look naturally fuller without hiding it. Choose cuts, colors, and routines that reflect confidence and elegance. And most importantly, rediscover the woman you still are every time you look in the mirror. And if this is your first time here on Glow After 60, I'd love for you to subscribe and stay with us. This isn't just a channel about hair. It's a community of women learning to love ourselves again, from our hair to our hearts. Because at this stage of life, we don't need to look younger. We just need to glow in our own way. Shift 1. The cut that breathes. Liberation, not loss. You know what many women do when their hair starts thinning? They grow it longer, hoping it'll cover the scalp. It sounds logical, doesn't it? But the truth is, it often makes things worse. Long, fine hair pulls itself down with its own weight. That extra length flattens the roots, makes the hair cling to your head, and exposes more scalp. So the longer it gets, the thinner it looks. Instead of holding on to length, think of it as freeing movement. A cut that falls between the chin and the shoulders gives hair lightness and natural lift. I call it the length that breathes. Long enough to frame your face, short enough to move with you. Have you noticed how movement itself makes your face look more alive, even without more volume? The secret isn't in dramatic layers or choppy cuts, but in soft, blended layers that gently support each other. Like fabric instead of stairs. Don't fear shorter hair. When it's cut with intention, it brightens your face, elongates your neck, and gives your whole look an effortless freshness. Because sometimes, looking youthful and elegant isn't about keeping more. It's about knowing what to let go of. Shift 2. The color that reflects grace. One of the biggest reasons thinning hair can appear even thinner is simply the wrong color choice. Most women over 60 stick with what they've always done, either going too dark to cover grays or too light to brighten up the face. Unfortunately, both can backfire. When hair is too dark, especially black or cool brown, the strong contrast against your scalp makes thinning instantly visible, and darker tones can harden facial features, emphasizing fine lines or shadows around the eyes. On the other hand, very light or platinum shades can wash out depth and make hair look flat and lifeless. Bright light bounces off pale color, erasing dimension and softness. So what works? 1. Stay within 1 to 2 shades of your natural color. This minimizes harsh contrast and gives the illusion of density because the eye sees a continuous surface, not abrupt changes. 2. Add dimension with natural light effects, soft highlights, lowlights, or color melting. When light moves through these subtle tones, hair appears fuller, layered, and alive. 3. If you're embracing your gray, avoid solid, opaque dye. Techniques like gray blending softly merge silver strands into your base tone, creating the look of light woven through your hair instead of patches of color. 4. Choose warm undertones. Soft beige, golden brown, or warm caramel bring life to mature skin, while cool tones can accentuate sallowness or dullness. In simple terms, thinning hair doesn't need a bold color to make an impact. It needs harmony and depth. When your hair color, skin tone, and natural light speak the same language, your whole face looks balanced, radiant, and softly glowing, without a single extra product. That's what grace looks like. Not loud, not forced, just quietly right. Shift 3. The lift that feels alive. I used to think volume was the goal. If my hair wasn't big, I'd grab more mousse, more spray, more tools. And yet, a few hours later, flat again. And somehow, my hair and my mood felt heavier. Then I realized my hair wasn't weak. I was just fighting its nature. Fine hair doesn't need volume, it needs air. Have you ever noticed that the more you force your hair to hold a shape, the quicker it collapses? That's because traditional volume techniques, teasing, backcombing, stronghold sprays, all damage delicate strands. They rough up the cuticle, create friction, and strip natural protection. The result? Hair that's not just thin, but tired. The solution isn't more product, it's smarter technique. 3 simple rules for natural lift. 1. Start with damp, not wet hair. Wet hair is fragile. Towel dry gently, then apply a small, coin-sized amount of lightweight volumizer. More product means more weight, and weight kills lift. 2. Blow dry against the direction of growth. Lift sections upward from the roots, aiming the airflow from underneath. This creates a soft root lift without harsh tension. 3. Let it cool completely before releasing. Hair sets its shape as it cools. If you drop it too soon, it falls flat in minutes. A little patience gives all-day movement. This isn't about creating big hair. It's about creating living hair. Hair that moves when you move, catches the light, and feels effortless. And the funny thing is, once your hair feels lifted, you usually do too. Because the lift that feels alive isn't just a styling trick. It's a reminder that even gentle change can make you feel vibrant again. Shift 4. The finish that speaks elegance. Many women think finishing means controlling every strand. More spray, tighter shape, perfect hold. But perfection often steals what makes hair beautiful: movement and ease. Fine hair doesn't need to be controlled. It needs to be touched thoughtfully. After styling, skip the full head spray. Instead, lightly mist the roots at the crown from about 6 inches away. It locks in lift without stiffness. For texture and separation, spray a light product into your hands first, then scrunch or smooth the mid-lengths and ends. This gives natural movement without that crispy, over-styled feel. And here's a little secret. Sometimes your hands are the best styling tool you have. Throughout the day, skip the brush. Just use your fingers to lift or tousle sections. That small gesture reconnects you with yourself, as if to say, I'm still here, and I'm still beautiful. And on the days when your hair just won't cooperate, don't fight it. A silk scarf, A slim headband or a sleek tuck back with a touch of serum can turn bad hair into effortless sophistication. Because elegance isn't about perfection, it's about intention. The right finish doesn't have to look like a salon ad. It just needs to feel right to you. When you feel at ease, the world sees it, a kind of quiet confidence that no product can fake. Do you see the pattern here? We didn't fix thin hair, we simply learned to make peace with it, to let it tell a new story. Every strand holds part of our history, the love, the work, the laughter, the mornings we smiled at our reflection, knowing we've lived fully. Our beauty never disappeared. It just became quieter, wiser, deeper. Thin hair doesn't make you less beautiful. Fine lines don't make you less feminine. They're proof that you've lived, truthfully, bravely, beautifully. And something wonderful happens when a woman stops trying to go back and instead begins to honor where she is. A different kind of light appears, not from a bottle, not from a color tube, but from within. That light is what we call glow after 60. So if this video made you smile or helped you feel even a little more at peace with your reflection, I'd love for you to subscribe and stay with us. Here, we don't chase youth. We turn aging into a lifestyle. Because age is inevitable, but how you shine is entirely up to you.